Yo, 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 yo. We here. Welcome back. Electric relaxation. Check the vibe. Man, it's yours truly, Mr. Galloway. And I'm here with one of them, the man, the legend, the myth. What's happening, good brother?
Chilling, what's going on with you?
Man, I can't call it, man. It's good to be seen, man. Man, I got the merch on. I dropped the episode the other week. I think it was Thanksgiving Day, actually. Trying to go peel back the layers of the onion in my life, you know. So for y'all that didn't see it, check it out. Episode 1. Let's go. But yo, speaking of the internet, yo, it's a lot of crazy things going on, man, in the hip hop culture. I know you saw what happened at that football field, right?
Yeah.
I know you heard what happened to one of those iconic legends, right?
No. No,
Take that, take that, take that. I know you heard about that, right?
I didn't.
Okay. Well, we ain't gonna talk about none of it because it's all bad news. My
I
first
mean,
question.
wait a minute. I want to know. I want to know what's going on.
Oh, so you don't know about T.I. situation with his son?
Teefs?
T.I.
No, his son Teefs?
No, his son is named King.
The one with the Teefs.
Oh, here you go. You a trip. Yeah. He had
Nah.
a he had a whole situation. You the sports guy. They was at the game, things got out of hand. You know
I
what I
thought
mean?
I thought you were talking about the Buffalo game.
Yeah, was it the Buffalo? Well, you know.
No. They got into it. The Buffalo dudes got into it with just some fans, just some
Oh no.
regular, just some Philly fans.
Oh no. This was at one I think the Atlanta
Atlanta.
game. Yeah. So they had a situation. You know, Diddy is in a situation, and it's all over the internet. Man, even if you didn't want to see it, you see it.
What I
So
know
my
about Diddy.
yeah, man. He had one of them Russell Simmons runs right now. Slash R. Kelly.
Hmm.
But my question to you is this, man. Do
What's up?
you feel like bad news travel faster than good news?
Yeah, we know that for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Even at the job we had, you never hear about the good things that happen to people when they move on, get better jobs, when they do something on the side to uplift their life. We don't never hear about it. Like news come slow with that. Like you'll hear like, yo, you hear so and so start a side business. Oh yeah, when 2019. Oh, that all right, cool. But when somebody got fired or something bad happened, somebody flipped their truck or fell off a pole,
Mm-hmm.
you hear about that, and next people call your phone. Hey,
Okay.
yo, you hear what happened to so and so? So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
bad news always travel fast.
Yeah. And I agree with that, bro. Because we're not the messy type. So we don't advertise or we don't highlight these things, right? But man, I could not help. Every time I picked up my laptop, I saw those guys. My phone, I saw those guys. I saw snippets, clips. It's all on the news. I mean, it's everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But a few years back, when T.I. was campaigning, you know what I mean, for us, picking in restaurants and stuff like that, I don't think it got the same press. You
Of
know
course
what I
not.
mean? So it's sad, man. You know, we both got adult kids. So we know how that could be. We know how that can go. You
Mm-hmm.
know, the other thing I wanted to talk about in that subject particular is what everybody says. And I hate this. And I wonder if you hate it too. You got people that'll say stuff like, well, if it was me, I would do this. If I was in that situation, I would have took this route. I hate that, man. How about yourself?
I mean, I don't too much care for it because all circumstances are different. You know, people always say, "Oh man, how these athletes go from being millionaires to being broke?" If that
Mm-hmm.
was me, I would never go broke coming from the circumstances that I came from, and you don't know what happens. Like
Right.
all of these athletes, just this example in particular, all of them don't just go out here going to strip clubs, buying fancy cars. A lot of them support their families,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them can't tell their family members no. You know what I mean? You come from Lower Park Heights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, and you come up on a $3 million contract, what they don't take into consideration is you get taxed.
Mm-hmm.
And when you playing ball, you get taxed in every city you play in.
Mm-hmm.
So not,
Yeah.
not only is just taxed before you start, it's taxed every time you go somewhere else. Then you got your family members like, oh, hard times, friends, everybody come out the woodworks, and you're trying to support them. And you don't want to say no because with a lot of us, we try to take our hood with us.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So certain circumstances, and you never know what may happen. Your family member coming to you with a bright idea, or a financial manager coming to you with a bright idea, like, yo, this can make you some money, set you up for the rest of your life. But that venture falls through.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Yeah.
just so happens that something didn't work. For some people it do, some people it don't. But you don't know every extenuating circumstance that went into what happened. So people can't really say if that were me. Now, if it was something like I had to stab him, you know what I'm saying, or do something like that, that's totally different.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
just to say if it was me, it'd be different. You don't know because you don't know what led up to those incidents.
I concur. I concur. And for everybody that's probably confused, like, well, what is Dre talking about? Why is he going on a tangent? Today is Talk About It Tuesday. Real talk we had last week. We're going to talk about it. You know what I mean? Nothing in particular. We just kicking it. Stuff that Hendo and I would normally do. We was just on the phone talk. So we're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? All right, man. The entertainment industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like technology hurts or help entertainment? For an example, you remember this, man, because we used to do it together. Pause. We used to go to Best Buy. Soon as the CD come out, man, we was up there. Whether we had to slide out of work real quick, we made our way, man. We had to get that CD. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
had to do that. But now I feel like it's a little different, man. I bet a lot of people don't know when they release music anymore. You get what I'm saying? So do you feel like technology, and I could go a step further. Look at the movies.
Right.
You know, at one point, man, a blockbuster come out, man, you had to get your tickets in advance or stand outside in the line.
True. True. True.
They ain't doing none of that no more. So what's your thoughts?
It's no need to do that anymore. I think the internet helps and it hurts to an extent. It hurts in a way of I don't need to go out and buy your album anymore. I don't
Mm-hmm.
need to go out and buy that movie. I can go online real quick, you know what I'm saying, and listen to your music to see if I like it.
Mm-hmm.
If I hear a couple tracks and I don't like it, I'm not buying it. If per se it's a movie that goes straight to on demand,
Mm-hmm.
that's less money for those companies because I'm at home watching it. I can buy the movie for 19.99,
Right.
but I don't have to pay for myself and my family. I don't have to pay for beverages, refreshments, or anything like that. So that takes away. But I also think that it helps in a sense because the internet now has given risen to the rise of the
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneur. No longer do I have to go out and sell CDs in the trunk of my car and get hot before I can get a record deal. I don't need a record deal. If I pop off on YouTube, or if I pop off on SoundCloud or somewhere like that, I get my money, and that money comes straight to me without having to deal with a label, having them screw me for promotion. I don't need your
Mm-hmm.
promotion. I can promote my own stuff. I can go to Instagram, TikTok, I can go to Twitter and do everything that I need. So I think that for minorities, it made things better for minorities because it gave us a way to voice what we needed to voice. And we've had this conversation many times before where we talked about artists will bring out their music or they'll make an album and then a record label will come to them and say, hey, this is cool, but we need that radio cut.
Mm-hmm.
Or we need something that's a little bit watered down, or we need something that's not so uplifting.
Mm-hmm.
So me coming out with my own music and having my own backing, especially with a lot less money put into it, I can do whatever the hell I want to do. So I don't think that we'll ever have a need to have another Jay-Z, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
because Jay-Z came out, he gave the streets what they wanted to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Then when he got his money and his prestige, he said, you know what? I'm gonna be the person that I've always been. And I'm gonna put out the music I want to put out, this grown-up music. I'm not talking about rims, I'm not talking about dope, I'm not talking about money, I'm not talking about women. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the internet helps in itself. I do think that it does hurt society outside of the entertainment business because it makes people really lazy.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where we had encyclopedias and we had to
Mm-hmm.
search for knowledge, they have
Mm-hmm.
everything at their fingertips.
Right. Right. Right.
Kids are allowed to use calculators in school now.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
they do that,
Yeah. That's crazy, bro. Man, I wish they was doing that when we was going. Man, oh man. Speaking of which, yo, what's up, everybody? Speaking of which, shameless plug. Cause I got a joint that dropped on Black Friday called I'm Out. You like to hear it? Here it go.
Image, baby, on the beats.
Hello world, I'm out. I'm out. Guess what? I'm out. I'm out. Guess what? I'm out. I'm out. Guess what? I'm out. Hello world, I'm out. I'm out. Guess what? I'm out. I'm out. Guess what? I'm out. I'm out. Guess what? I'm out.
And guess what? It's out. All platforms. You don't have Apple? I know you got Spotify. You don't have Spotify? I know you got Amazon. Whatever platform you on, it's there. Galloway on everything. Galloway and the Mars Beats. Mars Beats do all the production. Hey, he did the intro to me and Hendo show. Check it out. Check us out. We out here. Got another question for you, man.
what's up?
Do you feel like
Mm-hmm.
society want to be entertained or educated? Going back to what you were saying about the encyclopedia piece.
I think it's 80-20 towards entertainment. Everybody wants to be entertained nowadays. Like I said, you have so many forms of entertainment on the internet, you don't have to leave your house. That's why you go to these social media platforms, and regardless of what it is, people eating food,
Mm-hmm.
people showing their feet.
Mm-hmm.
Like people just want to be entertained in some way. If you have some sort of fetish that you can't present to the world, you can do it in the comfort of your own home. Now, as far as being educated goes, yes, people want to be educated to an extent, but they only want to be educated when it's a benefit to them as far as a job, as far as if something breaks or they need to fix some things and they don't have the money to get somebody to do it, they look it up for themselves. Or, and I think more to the ego, they want knowledge because they want to be, I don't want to say part of certain circles, but they want to be part of certain conversations. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to feel like they're stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So they educate themselves on certain things so they can be a part of certain crowds, not just because I need education. Now, don't get me wrong, there are sectors of the world that just love education. You know what I'm saying? People that read books fascinate me. Because I can't see in my leisure time just picking up a book to read it, but they do that to entertain and educate themselves. So I think it's the 80-20 rule when it comes to that as far as education and entertainment go.
I concur. I absolutely concur. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest, man. Let me bring him in. Yo. What it do, good brother? What it do?
Hey, hotel relaxing.
That's what's up. Making money, man. That's what it's all about. Tell the world who you are, bro.
Hey, bad boy frolicking in life.
Okay.
Eat all day, make a couple videos, eat a little bit more.
Got you. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghost, man. The man, the legend, the myth. What's happening? I want to piggyback off of what you were saying, Hendo. I was listening to shout out to Coach, man. It's something he said, man, in this last clip that stuck with me. He said something to the extent, and I'm paraphrasing, Coach, don't kill me, bro. But he said something to the extent, man, that content creators, they give you the real, you know what I mean? Like in the sports arena, they're going to go from statistics and hard facts versus some of the bigger platforms. They do more of the watered down, the corporate approach. You get what I'm saying? And I like that he said that because you know, going back to what we were saying, I feel the same way with that. I feel like when you go to YouTube and all these other platforms, these guys are coming from a real space. They don't have a suit and tie telling them what they can and cannot do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
and that's because, listen, some people do it for the love. Just like with music, people do it for the love. We have a love of sports. We have a love of our favorite teams, and some of us want to tell it like it is. You know what I mean? If I love my team, but if you messing up, you messing up. But then you have some people who are trying to affiliate themselves with other people. Some people think if I get out here, you know what I mean, and crank one off and kiss a little ass, that the team would say, you know what, I like them. Let's bring them over and make them a part of what we doing.
Facts. Man. Hey, Ghost, what's your thoughts on it, man? Do you feel like society want to be educated or entertained?
I mean, everybody just want to be entertained. Some people like to be educated, but it's like selective. Like my homeboy and I were talking last night, and I talk a lot of financial stuff with him. He says, man, I'm good. He's glad we're friends because a lot of people he can't talk financial with. As soon as he starts talking financial and they hear like 3 numbers, they out. Hey, I gotta go help the kids do something. But if we was talking that trash, them kids would have been flipped over a table, a chair, broke a window, and we still be sitting here cackling and laughing. I didn't even think of it like that. I was like, dang, it's true because most people I say, hey, if you take this money and you call your credit union and tell them I got $3,000, what are my best options on a 6-month COD? They won't do it. So they'll let that dusty 3,000 sit in there, and they'll let the bank loan it off and make $10,000-$15,000 off of it, and they'll see it's perfectly fine.
Facts.
Hey Dre, before you go on, Matt wants to know, is your album on Tidal?
Yes, absolutely. Galloway and the Mars Beats. I'm out. It's on Tidal. Check it out. Test drive. You don't have to buy it. Just listen to it.
What's up, y'all?
What's up? Appreciate
Life.
you. Hey.
You know who that is?
Yes.
I have to make sure the world know. I ain't trying to get shot out here in Carolina. You hear me?
Facts. I hear you. Man, oh man. All right. I'm going to start with you, Bazel. If you had a dream album, and I initially said hip hop, but you can name it anything, what 2 people would you love collaborate on a project?
I honestly thought about this about 3-4 weeks ago, before we knew the album was coming out, flutes and whatnot. If I could have got Andre 3000 and Method Man to make an album, I don't know what it would sound like, but it would definitely be nuclear.
That's dope. And it's spooky in a way. It's real spooky. I'm going to tell you why, right? And Hendo could attest to this. I have that. So I'll send questions with answers to it. You know what I mean? So Hendo knows the answers to some of these questions that I'm going to say on my part.
True.
And I said Andre 3000 and Most Def. Believe it or not, on everything I love. Because I feel like Andre 3000 is so eclectic as an artist. And I'm like, man, who else could be on that level? And I feel like Most Def is on that level. And I feel like that's what the world needs right now. I feel like we're in a funk. You know, we talked about this a trillion times at this point. And I just think that the world needs inspiration. And I think those guys could draw up inspiration for the upcoming and the present artists. Hendo, same question.
Why ask me this question when you know the answer?
Dead or alive?
First of all, you know who it is. Dead and alive. You already know. If I get a full album of 2 artists, Biggie and Eminem.
That would be a mean album. That would be. How about this? I feel like if those 2 brothers made a project, it would go down in history. Record sales and all. You know what I mean? I mean, it would be thrilling numbers. Literally, first day. It probably would break the internet. Can you imagine that?
I can. And I have.
That would be dope. That would be
Their
dope.
one song almost
Too great.
did that.
Yeah, they didn't do the song together. They just threw Eminem on after he died. So if you don't know, it's dead wrong. So I mean, it was cool. It was all right, you know. But I think if they had a chance to be in the studio together
Oh,
and bounce off one another,
mm,
bruh, deadly.
yeah. And again, with all of the examples we have, man, I think it would put a jolt in the culture right now, which we desperately need, man. We desperately need. Even though I ain't gonna hold you, I know Hendo probably ain't listening to this probably, but Jeezy's new album.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah. I like Jeezy's new album. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, he talks the gangster stuff, but he talks from a mature standpoint. You know what I mean? And I think it's pretty dope. I don't know, Bazel, have you checked it out?
I checked out about 4 or 5 songs.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them I really like. The other 2, I can listen to them, but it's not gonna snap you up out of relaxation and be like, oh yeah, this is the one right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's slim pickings nowadays. Let me ask you this. Meek Mill and Rick Ross album. Have you listened to that one?
Nah, Meek Mill is kind of hit or miss for me, and Ross, it depends on if I'm in the mood to listen to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've never been big on Ross, but he has more than a few songs. Like I listen to songs. His favorite's gonna be the one with Andre, but he's hardly on it. Andre's really the one who's on the song. Rick Ross just along for the ride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dame and Mars Beats, what's up, good bro? Man, speaking of Dame, man, we got some stuff in the mix, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. I'm super excited. Super duper excited. All right, we're going to lighten things up a little bit. Childhood shows. I'm going to start off with this. Man, my favorite childhood shows growing up, man. I don't know if you know about this, Bazel, but Electric Company. Back in the day when wasn't Morgan on that, Hendo?
Easy Reader.
Yes. Back then, I think Morgan Freeman was about 50.
Yeah, that was in the 70s.
And that was in the 70s.
Hey, there is a picture of him young.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Yeah, he did. He was on some kids show. It was almost something like what was that old school? It was like a 70s rock kids series.
It was Electric Company.
Okay, so that was it.
That was it.
I seen a few clips of it, but there's also one that was like a few years before that, and it's just like a couple pictures, and he actually looked young for once.
Yeah.
It's probably taken in the 30s, but
yeah, but I used to love that, man. Educational show too. You know what I mean? Speaking about being entertained and educated, but I guess that was once upon a time. Mm-hmm. You know, I know the world absolutely love Bill Cosby right now, but Fat Albert. I used to grow up looking at Fat Albert. You know, that was the joint, man. I want to say, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Hendo. Did he create the first black cartoon? The Brown Hornet?
He created the first black positive cartoon.
Yeah. How about that? Real talk. You know what I mean? Super dope, man. I know they redid it, and I think what's his name? Keenan, one of those dudes.
Keenan.
Yeah. And they completely botched that up. But I digress. And last but not least, Tom and Jerry. I love Tom and Jerry. Even though now I had conversations with my oldest son, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a little racist. I didn't know that as a kid. I'm laughing at everything. I swear to God, I didn't realize that. It's still one of my favorites. But I'm like, yo, how did they get away with all that stuff? If they would have brought those episodes out now, man, oh my God, you would have had the NAACP. You would have had all of the alphabets out there campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Hendo.
Mm-hmm.
Childhood favorites.
Well, you took my Electric Company, and I thought you was going to say Sesame Street as well.
Okay.
The original Sesame Street. But for my 3 favorites, I'm going to have to go with the original Thundercats. G.I. Joe.
Okay.
So many.
Mm-hmm.
Voltron.
Ah,
The original Voltron. The original.
yes, yes, yes.
Now it's one that I can't seem to find. Remember Robotech?
I do.
But it was two Robotechs. It was the bite off Voltron Robotechs with the trains, planes, and automobiles.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the original one where they had motorcycles and they hit a button and the motorcycle just went over top of them. Robotech was the truth.
I'm surprised you didn't name Speed Racer, the original joint.
Nah, son.
You ain't like Speed Racer?
I mean, I liked it back then, but as you get older and you start thinking about things, you like, it wasn't what I thought it was.
Facts. All right, Bazel.
And y'all done robbed me for about 4 of mine, so I'm at to update my list on the fly. So I got Biker Mice from Mars. I doubt y'all even seen that.
I know what that is.
Centurions. I don't know if y'all know that one either.
Power Extreme.
Power Extreme? That's what they said?
Yes.
Well, either one. Either way, my favorite was the Jet. Of course, I own a motorcycle now, so yeah, that worked out. And Gundam Wing, which is a ripoff of Voltron, but it was updated since somebody stole Voltron.
No, you know what? Tranzor Z.
Tranzor Z. Okay.
I have to research that.
Yeah, there was the dude. He had a little plane. Then he would come up, and the wings would come up, and he'd get into the head, and then the chick with the titty missiles. Yeah, yeah.
So that's where Austin Powers got the little titty guns.
Yeah, no doubt. Cartoon show you everything.
Well, since we on this subject,
right?
Sitcoms, right? Top 3 sitcoms of all time. New, here, now, old, young, whatever.
Okay.
You want me to go first?
I'll go first, but listen. Shit. Oh, so many, man. All right, so my top 3 go like this. I got into it late, but The Office. Phenomenal show. Office is phenomenal show. Going back a little bit more, I'm at to go that 70 show. Because the 70 show was dope with Sexy Donna. And of course, the greatest sitcom of all time, Scrubs. Scrubs. But honorable mention to Married with Children.
I used to love Married with Children, bro.
Bundy, son, he's the man.
Yes, he is. I concur. All right, Bazel.
And I hardly watch TV. So most of mine are probably current because I don't even think about the old ones. But I get number 1's going to be Gunsmoke. I don't know how many nights I stayed with my grandfather watching that. He loved Westerns. Don't ask.
Okay, Benjamin Buttons.
I could have said Green Acres.
Oh, God. Only Dre would know about that.
So, mostly, what was the Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and I guess I'll go with Gunsmoke.
Okay. Well, you already set me up. You already set me up for the punchline. Because I'm going way back in the time. They probably got Google my list.
Harold and Maude? Little House on the Prairie?
I'm close.
Bonanza?
Close. Man, I'm going Three's Company. I used to love Three's Company, bro. Jack Tripper was the man. Hey, who wouldn't have wanted to be Jack Tripper back then?
Me?
You know what I'm saying? Why not?
You tell me why you want to be Jack Tripper.
You had 2 cute girls living with him. I guess he ain't make no moves on them, so I guess, yeah.
Well, he was pretending he was gay.
Well,
to live there. He had to pretend so. Yeah. But yeah, you living with 2 beautiful women and you ain't dating none of them. Facts.
And then the one he wound up being with was a dud. I'm like, yo, that's the best you could do for my guy? All them chicks he was dating that was cute, then he wound up with her, man. I digress. But anyway, man, Sanford and Son still come on to this day, man.
I know all of those, so I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess I don't even have to elaborate on that. All you gotta do is watch BT on the weekend. And soap.
That was my special mention.
Yeah, yeah. Soap, man. Y'all don't know what that is? Google it. It was a soap opera,
Kinda.
soap opera-ish comedy.
It was a comedy.
Yeah, yeah. It was like Days of Our Lives meet Saturday Night Live. Sorta, kinda.
I don't know. I'm just mad that it didn't end properly.
Yeah, yeah. Well, don't give it away, man. Y'all gotta check it out, man. Because right now, I personally feel like, going back to the entertainment piece, man. TV, is spooky right now. It's not much on, if you ask me. Like right now, I'm watching what you would call it, like is it such thing as reality? I don't know, what would you call like the first 48 and stuff like that. It's like
Reality crime series.
a reality crime series. I'm watching stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm not really watching a show.
Mhm.
And I know you guys are probably watching sports. You know what I mean?
First, but I'm in a hotel. It's first 48. I just had that on all last night till about 4 a.m.
I love first 48, man.
Whatever she watching.
Got you. Yeah, yeah.
But first 48, that's always on. And it's so bad that you sit there and it come on. It's like, oh yeah, he did it, and his cousin was right there with him. You're like, what? Yeah. You didn't watch this too much. You plotting ways to kill me, huh? All right, cool.
Hey, I tell you what, we always the star of the show on the first 48. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Man, it's another one that comes on, right? Where it starts off with somebody get murdered and they go back in the case and come to find out there's always the significant other. Fatal Attraction. That's another one that I watch. You know what I mean?
A&E, or is that?
Nah, that's
Hallmark.
TV One.
No,
is it TV One?
That it might be. But the one I used to be into and I record and watch all of them joints, Snapped.
I love Snap. And
99.9% of the time, it's the woman.
Yes.
The woman.
Yes. Yeah,
they brutal.
Yes. I got another one for y'all, yo. Feed Our Neighbor. Feed Our Neighbors are crazy. Yeah. You gotta check it out, man. It's crazy, man. It make you don't want neighbors.
You know Dre remember the $6 million man.
Oh yeah. How about this, man?
And the Bionic Woman.
I'm telling my age now.
We already know, bro.
I had the doll, bro. Back in the day, man, they had a doll, man, and in the back of his head, you could look in the back of his head and see his throughout his eyes. Yeah, man. And then, I was destructive back then, but you could take his body parts off and you see the bionic joint in his arm. Hey, Hendo, you remember the Stretch Armstrong?
Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah. Man, oh man. Y'all making me feel old, man. But and I remember when my parents used to say this. They like, man, our time was the best. I swear to God, I feel like we grew up in the best era. I feel that way.
It's a fact. What do you mean you feel that way? Listen. And I hate to say this because it does date us a bit, but we came about in a time where before color TV.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not before color, but before they were prevalent in the household.
Technicolor.
Yeah, we had knobs on our TVs. It was only 3 stations that came on. TV went off at midnight or 1 o'clock, and we lived through that. We also lived through the dawn of technology. So technology started with our generation, because not all technology, but the technological advances that we're at now started with us. So we grew with that. We went from the ColecoVision to the Atari to the Nintendo to the Segas to the PlayStation. We went through all of those things. We went through disco. We went through the birth of hip hop. We went through that rise of pop music and the cross-pollination of all genres, because country's doing hip-hop now.
Facts.
Rock is doing. We went through all of these things, and we went through the technological boom. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Silicon Valley and all of those things. So we watched all of these things grow. So of course we had the best era because we have old school values, but technological knowledge. So I think, of course, you know, we got the best generation, but I'm biased. You know.
Hey, well said, well put. I feel the same exact way, man. I do, man. Oh, go ahead.
I feel like we was the last good generation. I'm gonna leave it at that. We made 80 babies. I mean, after the mid 80s, I don't know what happened to these kids.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah. We just gonna pray on it, man. We're gonna pray on it. I want to say, I was watching the news, and they were saying that this year we might be under 300, even though I don't know how they could get that crimes. That is
crimes. Oh no, it's impossible, bro.
Right.
We're barely under 300 murders, much less crimes.
Yeah. So, you know,
and just remember, we're always listen. And I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is the thing that gets me about Baltimore crime and how they spin it, how they spin numbers. Like they'll be like, yeah, this is the first year in 10 years we've had under 300 murders, but we'll be at 298.
Right.
And that's two that you hid until the new year, and then was like, oh, that's a murder. We can't backtrack the last. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And
that's that. We found them on New Year's at 12:02 a.m.
Facts. How about that? And them abandoned buildings. Everybody saying the wire.
Like the wire.
Exactly. Man, oh man. All right, man. I got a question, man, for y'all. What's the last song y'all listened to? The very last song you listened to?
I'm out.
How about that? Real talk.
Me too, Hendo. All right, since Hendo cheated. Last song I listened to was actually a soca song from Trinidad. So, Happiest Man Alive.
Cheated.
That's what's up, man. The last joint I listened to was Luther. Excuse me, miss. What's your name? Man, how about this, man? I feel like Luther is one of the best R&B singers. I would give him, and you know, I know we don't do the R&B joint, but I give him top 20.
We want to do. We do whatever we want to do.
Okay, fact.
Channel.
I would give him top 20. Literally.
I don't listen to Luther, so I couldn't tell you.
He's
on my list.
Yeah.
So I don't listen to him.
Yeah. Really though. I'm shocked. All them songs.
Him or Freddie Jackson?
So that was good question. Who you think better, him or Freddie?
I don't listen to either one of them, so I couldn't tell you.
Got you. I love Luther. Okay. Well,
Ruben Studdard.
Better than Luther?
Ruben Studdard. I heard him on that TV show, so since he's the only one I've really heard, I'm going with Ruben.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or Clay.
I thought you was gonna say Usher. Usher, baby.
Listen. So this is why I hate y'all. So I can show you a text thread right now with Bradley. Last night Bradley was like, yo, you got something on Netflix, you know, a series that you can watch? And I'm like, yeah, I was forced to watch this series I wasn't going to watch because of the title of it. And the title of it is The Fall of the House of that singer. And he was like, yeah, what's the name of it? I'm like, yo, The Fall of the House of. He's like, the house of what? So he showed me pictures of him searching it up and was like, I need the last name. I was like, yo, you ain't gonna get me on that one, shorty. My hate runs deep. My hate runs strong.
I feel it. Pause.
Pure.
Man. Yeah. Well, that is all for us, man. Any parting words by Zell? Where you from? We tell them where they can contact you.
A6 Ghost on YouTube. A6 Ghost _ on Instagram, and for some reason I can't get this worked out, but TikTok is 86 Ghost 8. I don't know where that 8 came from, but they won't really let me change it.
Okay. All right, Hendo. They should know by now, but let them know.
Everywhere, the Rogue Pod.
Okay.
And make
Oh.
sure later on tonight, go over to Sugar Night 323. Check out the Steel Claws.
Shout out to Suge.
Where Suge and Brodney talk about the Steelers and the Panthers. Because I saw the thumbnail. So he and Brodney talk about Steelers Panthers tonight. Make sure you check it out. 9:15, I believe. It's supposed to be 9:45, but I think he moved it to 9:15. I'll have to check. Either or.
Gotcha. Shout out to Brodney, man. Check him out now. Past episode. Him and Jose, man. Epic show, man. So
no disrespect. Screw Brodney.
Oh wow.
Screw Brodney. This MFer is about to go to Japan tomorrow.
Oh, that's what's up, bro. That's
He's about
what's
to hit
up.
Japan. He about to hit Japan for a cool week. Who the hell just picks up and goes to Japan for a week?
Man, that's awesome, bro. That's awesome, man.
Screw that guy.
Hey, can I get some sake out the deal when you get back, Brodney?
He already got some sake.
Man,
I need that official.
No, he ordered something from there.
No, I need him to put it on the plane and come back with it. Ordering it don't.
So let me ask you this question. Brandon. So him putting it on the plane and bringing it back, how is that different from him ordering it and then putting it on a plane and shipping it over?
It's the effort of love, man.
That's why you can't do stuff with black people.
All right, y'all. Until next time, man. We out. Speaking of out, check this out.
Image, baby. Image, baby. On the beat.
On that.
What are you doing?
Welcome to Electric Relaxation.
Yo, what's the deal?
I think he's froze.
Yeah.
He froze, but all right, I'm gonna do this myself. Never mind.